I so should still be asleep, but yeah, it just doesn't work out like that. Spirit be waking me up to do other things, and so now I'm up. I'm up. I'm up. Before I even got on this, I was editing, so I'm just up. And yeah, I was reading some things regarding my journey. And I know a lot of times you guys hear me say that, like, this, what the fuck journey is this bitch talking about? There's so many, right? You have spiritual journeys, you have whatever else kind of journeys people have. I'm on a twin flame journey, and so a lot of people just don't know what that is. And I don't really get into it too much here. Like, you'll see me post things, pictures, and things of that sort, quotes, but I don't really go into the meat and potatoes of what that is. I do on my podcast, like, and I don't even go in. I just, because there's a lot of collectives in the world, so I know there's people who listen to my podcast and they're twin flamers too, and so I'm just doing my part on, assisting, because it's a lot in this journey. So if you haven't heard the phrase already, you're probably gonna hear it pretty soon. You will have a lot of people who claim to be twin flamers. They're on a twin flame journey, or they refer to their counterpart as, that's my twin flame. And I'm here to tell you, a lot of people who think they are twin flames, honey, you ain't no twin flame. If you ain't been through no shit. And I'm not talking about abuse of any kind, and because a lot of people think that too, because you go through stages in the twin flame journey, that one of them being the dark night of the soul, people would assume, because they've heard the journey can be excruciating at times, that any relationship that they're in with a counterpart that is abusive in any form just has to be the twin flame journey. No, the fuck it's not. I'll tell you this much though, the twin flame journey is a journey that you cannot just walk away from. You can't. Believe me, I tried. It will haunt you. It will fucking haunt you in your dreams. You don't have to believe me. I can give two fucks if you don't. I know what I know. But not everyone has a twin flame, right? Not everyone spirit. Those who do have a twin flame, because it's a very rare relationship. It is. The ones that do have twin flames, it's no guarantees you're gonna see or meet your twin flame on the 3D, which is like referring to the present. But there are people, very blessed people, that have twin flames and they come into union. It is a journey that basically teaches you more about yourself, teaches you more about God, divine, the universe, and your counterpart. It's unconditional love. And I know a lot of you guys are probably like, well, I do that anyway with my person. Fuck a twin flame journey. I give unconditional love. You guys, no you don't. I'm not trying to play you, but a lot of you guys, no you don't. And I know it's not unconditional, because the second somebody does something that another person doesn't like in their relationship, that's it. I'm not fucking staying in this shit. And I'm not suggesting anybody should stay anywhere where they're not happy. Absolutely not. But the twin flame journey is not a traditional relationship where you can just be like, man, fuck you. No, fuck you. No, you can do all of that. But if it's a twin flame union relationship, twin flame journey, you guys are attached by a magnetic cord. It's the weirdest, best feeling in the world. For me, I'll say this much. I've been on a journey for almost 2 years, and it's been one hell of a fucking roller coaster. In the beginning, I was like, I don't want this. It was overwhelming. Like, it really was overwhelming. However, it has taught me so much. It has made me a better version of me. it has allowed me to get out of my comfort zone and do many of the things that I'm doing now that I am so passionate about, that I love so much, that I enjoy doing. My counterpart, my divine masculine, has helped me out tremendously. He has helped me become who I am, more creative, right? And again, the journey in itself is just not all about love. You know what I'm saying? It's a huge part of it has to do with love, but there are other elements to this journey. Like I said, self-love is a huge one. And your relationship with God, your relationship with the divine, supreme source, however you refer to God as. Just some things for those who think they are twin flamers. Let me let you know the facts. Not everybody, like I said, has a twin flame, and that's fine. You know, you can have a whole soulmate out here. You can be in a great union, married, whatever, and it doesn't mean a twin flame relationship is better than any other relationship that's out here. A twin flame relationship is just revolved around God and humanity, to be honest, and you and your counterpart doing something for the world. Two, a twin flame journey, if you were really a twin flamer, would not be something that you're running around like, oh, I'm a twin flame, because this shit is work. This shit is not easy. God gives his how does it go? Because my brain just, God gives his strongest battles to his toughest warriors. And I'm not kidding you here. Like, this shit is some shit. If you're not, and you know, God is so infinite and omnipotent, because I can see why he would not give this sort of journey to everybody. Mentally, everybody's not prepared for this. Physically and spiritually, a lot of people just couldn't handle this. It's a lot. It's a lot on a person. But in the end, if you stick it through, if you do the work, and I always tell the people that do contact me that are twin flamers, that seek advice from me on the journey, that you have to do the work, right? You can't just sit there and be like, oh, I'm a twin flame, he's going to come for me, so all I need to do is just sit here and wait for him or her. No, it doesn't work like that. Like, you literally have to put in the work. You have to, you know, address things about yourself, your past, traumas, if there are any childhood traumas. Your relationship with God needs to increase. If you're just loving your partner and there's no growth spiritual in your spirituality, I highly doubt you're a twin flamer, because it all revolves around spirit. The journey in itself has everything to do with the divine, with God first. So if you're just out here in la la land love, and that's all you're focusing on, and you're like, oh, that's my twin flame, we love each other, and you're not building yourself up to be a better version of you, if you're not getting into a higher realm of a connection with God, then I'm telling you, you're not on a twin flame journey. Trust me, you're not. Also, it's not something other people will understand. Twin flamers understand each other because we know what we're going through. We know what we've been through. People who are not twin flamers, who, if you try to tell them what the journey entails, that's why I'm not getting too deep into it. But you know me, feel free to judge me. You know, I accept all forms of criticism because I don't give a fuck. I'm me, and so I know that what I speak is truth, and I'm comfortable with whatever the fuck other people think about my truth. It's still truth. But yeah, the twin flame journey in itself, it's not some fantasy fucking relationship. It's a relationship that it requires a lot of work on yourself, first and foremost, before you can even engage in a union with your counterpart. Secondly, most twin flamers are separated. And I'm not talking about separated because we're in COVID and niggas is... No, separated, if you was on this journey prior to COVID, you're separated for various reasons. Sometimes you may be too toxic. Your counterpart might be too toxic. They may have karmics in their life. You may have karmics. All of these things need to be eradicated before God would allow union, right? But there are communications. You do get to communicate with your counterpart. But as far as like getting into a formal union and being completed with that, it won't happen until you guys are balanced out, and that means they have to do their work and do the dark night of the soul, and you have to do your work. You're not just sitting there waiting for some perfect relationship. And believe me, a twin flame journey is not a perfect relationship. This shit work. This shit work. This shit work. Knowing that you can't pull out of it, we all have free will, but you will never truly leave your twin. You can't. They know it too. They can't leave you. They'll leave every fucking body else before they leave your ass. Believe that. So yeah, I wanted to just let you guys know, because Spirit was like, oh, somebody's out here struggling on that twin flame journey. No, it exists. It exists. You need some help, contact me. Also, karmics. I know you guys have heard me say that word. You're probably hearing it a lot now. You karmic bitch. These fucking karmics. Karmics can be anybody, people. Karmics can be family members, co-workers, people you're in relationships with. So you can be married, and the person you're married to could be a whole fucking karmic. No, it's fucked. But it's like that. You know, a lot of times people, and this is why it's so important to know who you are and know yourself, because when you know who you are, then you understand what is attaching itself to you and why you make the kind of choices and decisions in life that you do, or why you hang around the people you hang around. There are people in your life right now that are fucking karmics. You might have a friend who's a frenemy, right? They're karmic. You might be in a relationship with a guy, or a guy, you might be in a relationship with a girl where you have a, how do I refer? Like, there's a connection there, but it's a toxic connection. So you guys are in each other's lives, and this goes for all forms of karmics. You're in each other's lives to learn a valuable lesson so you can go on to the next stage in your life. Many people are very stubborn, and when they have karmics in their lives, whether it's family members, friends, co-workers, or significant others, they don't want to cut the connection. And they know it's fucking toxic as fuck, but they don't cut it because they don't know either how to do it, because the toxicities is so strong that they share together that they haven't really done the healing and looking at themselves to say, okay, I'm attracted to that person because that's what I do, and I'm starting not to like that about them, so that means I don't like me. You understand? It's deep. So karmics, like I said, come around you to teach you a lesson. Some lessons are not that excruciating, and some just fucking are. Some lessons are like, oh my God. Some of your baby mothers and baby fathers are fucking karmics. It's just what it is. But when you start to love yourself, when you start to learn who you are better, it makes it easier to get rid of these fucking karmics, whether they're significant others, family members. You know, it is what it is. You have one life. You are to enjoy your life, and you shouldn't have anybody around you in your life that is making life difficult unnecessarily. You need to look into you to figure out, what is it about me that keeps attracting these kind of motherfuckers? You know what I mean? Like, karmic lessons are real. And if you don't, right, let's say you want to be stubborn, because a lot of people on the twin flame journey are stubborn. Like, my counterpart is super stubborn. He is super stubborn. But divine is still divine. So if you try to go against the order of how things are supposed to manifest spiritually, then physically, as below, how it goes, as above, so below. Thank you. As above, so below. If you don't do that, then them towers is going to come. If you try to fight against spirit, or try to fight against what you're supposed to be doing, who you're supposed to be with, where you're supposed to go in life, you create towers. And who the fuck wants to do that? Like, unnecessary drama. We got enough shit to deal with. Why would I create something to stress me out even more? So yeah, I just wanted to give that little explanation, because literally, like, spirit was like, oh, somebody needs to know, they need help. So yeah, if you do think that you are a twin flame, and you're confused as fuck and you don't know what the fuck is going on and you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to and you feel like you're going fucking crazy, you're not. Okay, you're not going crazy. You can always reach out to me because I'm very well versed on this journey. Yeah, so yeah, there you have it. I just want to put that out there for somebody because I was told to put that out there for somebody, and I'm very obedient to spirit. So with that being said, later you guys, enjoy your morning.